Let's go.
Let's go.
Hello everyone, I'm Jake Kelly and you're watching Life as an Artist. Hi, I'm back in the studio. The first couple of shots that you saw in the video were speeds up of me making this wall with extra paneling on, or with extra beams on to hang the work. That's now completed, so you can see the work's kind of well on there quite well now. I've moved my 3D printer just over there for the time being, and actually I'm just cleaning up this area here. It's all very empty and there's nothing there, but over here is a completely different matter. So everything's been pushed over to one side. I'm cleaning this up. I've decided to take this cabinet and kind of cut it in half. That way I can then, if you see this here, you can see how the table is mounted on this one cabinet here. Instead I'm going to mount it on two, and that will have a lot more shelving under here. I'm going to fix this lip. So basically the desk is going to be all one level. And at that point, I'll kind of reassess what needs to be done and give you a little update. Right, so that's the desk done now. It's looking pretty nice. Basically, what I plan to do has kind of come to fruition. The cabinet's been cut in half and blah blah blah. I explained before. It's fine. The seam here is, you know, it's not quite perfect. There's a little gap in the back here, but basically the wall's not straight, so there's not much I can do about that without a hell of a lot of effort. And quite honestly, it doesn't really matter. It's just another, well, surface to work on. So I'm just gonna, well, clean this up really quick. Alright, so I feel like even though it looks still very messy, there is some semblance of order beginning to show. Painting gears started to fill up over here. I'm just about to move this. I'm just about to put another pole, a wooden pole here, basically setting up for the photo shoot at the weekend. It's a couple of days away from now. And then that can lean on there, and suddenly there's a much bigger space. There isn't so much mess on the floor. And then I think basically it's just another hour of tidying or so, and really getting there. Finally, it's been weeks. Well, a week. The wall also needs a few repairs. I might have said this earlier, can't quite remember. Like, when you get up close, there's a few nasty bits and a few, you know, marks and the like. So, you know, maybe another 2 hours or so, and this has been a productive day. Hello everyone, so we're back for photography day round 2. Tim's back again, he's just doing his measuring up, pre-prep. Right, so we've got all these pieces on the wall. These are basically all the pieces that are getting shot today. Same principle as last time, except one of the pieces now have been installed. Got a GoPro set up over here so we can hopefully see the entire thing on a time lapse all day, as long as that goes well. And that's about it. Anything else you want to say, Tim?
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so an update of what we're doing.
I put in some material curtains. The Photoshoot, which you can see on the website from about 2 years time ago. We did it actually in my apartment at the time when I didn't have a studio down here. And we used just these old curtains that I had, but they diffuse the light really well. So we're trying to emulate that this time, because 2 weeks ago when we did the shoot, the light was, in a sense, too perfect. It looked like the work was kind of cut out and pasted digitally.
So on the left-hand side, there's an example from the first photo shoot, and on the right is an example from the second.
And that's not something that I wanted, because these shadows that you can see here actually inform someone in a way, if they've never seen the piece before, I think it's much more relatable. So if you know what the work's like, it's fine. But this way, it's, yeah, more relatable. So basically, we're nearly there now. So we've got our winning light set up. We've got a curtain on either side. We've got a reflector down the bottom, which is just, I think it's like an old IKEA cabinet or something, just a white painted piece of wooden board to reflect the light. The curtains here to diffuse the light with a flash on each side pointing at the curtain. And that way it gives a nice uniform, what's the word again? Begins with D. I just said it.
Diffusion.
A nice uniform diffusion. A nice uniform diffusion. It sounds like a nuclear reactor. So, it's done. It went a lot smoother than the last time, to be honest. It's like all the pieces that had a few problems with their shape have kind of, because they've been hanging for the last few weeks now on this wall, they've sort of straightened themselves out. So all the problems we had last time where I ended up making big holes in the wall, that wasn't an issue. We basically hung them up and they were good to go. Anything more to add, Tim?
Camera gear is paint free, so that's good.
Change it from last time. Nightmare just happened. He dropped it in a puddle of paint. He dropped it in a puddle of paint. Okay. Goodbye.